An Ohio-class submarine that can be equipped with advanced ballistic tomahawk cruise missiles has arrived in the Mediterranean. The move comes as the U.S. continues to bolster its military resources in the region amid the Israel-Hamas war. The Ohio-class guided missile submarines provide the U.S. Navy with unprecedented strike and special operation mission capabilities. This from a stealthy, clandestine platform. They are armed with tactical missiles and equipped with superior communications capabilities. Crucially, such submarines are capable of directly supporting combatant commander strike and special operation forces requirements. The U.S. has been flying military support for Israel, including 2 Iron Dome missile defense systems that it had previously bought from Israel. After ordering its largest aircraft carrier to move closer to Israel, Washington deployed a second aircraft carrier. President Joe Biden is asking Americans to spend billions of dollars to help Israel fight Hamas. The U.S. has further set up a small cell of special operations forces. It is working with Israel to provide intelligence and planning, as well as advice on hostage recovery efforts. The Pentagon has also ordered additional warplanes to bolster A-10, F-15, and F-16 squadrons at West Asian bases. The U.S. Defense Secretary recently ordered about 2,000 U.S. forces to be prepared to deploy if needed. Officials say the Biden administration has already given Israel small diameter bombs and other munitions, and more will come.
Welcome to my channel. So we are still covering the Middle East. As you have seen, the US is increasing more weapons in the Middle East. They are sending even that nuclear submarine there as a show of force and strength to deter others from entering. Because so far, other groups have joined. Since last week, Yemen group Houthis have joined. They have sent missiles. They have attacked Israel. So it is escalating. And even on the ground, as you are seeing here in this Al Jazeera website, Israeli forces, ground forces, they are bombarding Gaza every single day. And now the IDF, the Israel Defense Force, they've announced that they have cut Gaza in half. They have cut Gaza in half, and then they have surrounded Gaza City. So things are getting more hot there. So IDF, the Israel Defense Force, claims that they have encircled Gaza City, and then they have split it into 2. And then they have put Gaza under total communication siege. So they're saying today, open quotes, there's North Gaza and South Gaza. That is Israeli Army spokesperson Daniel Hagari. He told reporters. And he calls it a significant stage. So they have besieged Gaza, and now they have cut it into 2. So Israeli media reports that the troops are expected to enter the Gaza city within 48 hours, even as the bombardments are continuing every single night and every day. So even West Bank is being raided. So things are escalating. Bombardment continues, and even some refugee camps are being bombarded, among others. So it's getting more hot. Now I think it's like a month since it began, and Israel is saying that they have cut Gaza in half. So US is sending those more weapons and reinforcements because it is escalating. Turkey, they have issued their own warnings and threats last week. Even Iran, even Qatar is warning that the continued bombardment is making it difficult for them to continue with the talks for the hostages release, because Qatar is involved in the discussion with Hamas to release hostages. But Qatar is saying that the continued bombardment by the Israelis is making those talks very difficult. So things are really escalating here. Yeah. So we have a massive buildup of military in the Middle East. And this latest of US sending their nuclear submarine is the latest, and this is now more serious. Because nuclear submarine is able to release nuclear missiles from the ocean. So this is now more serious. This is a massive buildup. It's now next level. I think even the UN will have to make a comment on this, and even asked the US to send back this submarine. It's a nuclear submarine. So this is now very serious. Extremely serious. So already, US, they have sent their best aircraft carrier, their best warship, which is called USS Gerald Ford. Also, they have sent another aircraft carrier. So they have two aircraft carriers. They have the Gerald Ford, which is the biggest, and then they have sent even the USS Eisenhower. So US, they have sent their two aircraft carriers. And then the UK also, they have sent their warship there, UK. And these are warships plus even soldiers. So US have sent their warship, those two warships, plus almost 2,000 soldiers. Even UK, they have sent their warship plus some soldiers. And there are reports that Chinese have sent their 6 warships there in the Middle East, Mediterranean. And of course, Chinese they are going there like they're neutral. They're not supporting Israel like UK and US. China is more neutral. But US and UK, they're supporting Israel, not Palestine, not Hamas. So what you're seeing here is that there is a massive build-up in the Mediterranean and the Middle East. But now the US sending the nuclear submarine makes the matters even more precarious, more serious, because it will only take a small accident, or what we call a red flag, and we'll have a nuclear war on our hands. And don't forget that even Iran, they're building their nuclear weapons. Iran, Turkey, they're able to access nuclear weapons from Pakistan. Israel, they have their nuclear weapons. So a small accident in this area where there's this massive buildup, and we'll have a third world war, which is a nuclear war. So US, they have sent their almost 2,000 soldiers there, plus those aircraft carriers and the submarine. So these are massive buildup. It's a massive buildup. And they're sending these troops there to support Israel and to deter other regional countries from joining this contest on the side of Hamas. So there's a massive buildup going on there. And on the ground already, the Israel military, they are carrying out their ground operations. They have raided Gaza almost every single night, and they're bombarding Gaza. And that's why they're saying that even now they have cut Gaza into 2. That's a statement by the Israel Defense Forces. They're saying they have cut Gaza into 2, and they have surrounded Gaza. This means that the operation is gaining more momentum, and they're getting ready to even make more incursions, to enter even more intensely in Gaza. So Gaza is suffering so much, and there's so much bombardment. And just watch the media and you'll see the images. So this is getting more serious. And of course, Israel military, they're having more exchange every day with Hezbollah. And even Hamas, like those tunnels under Gaza, they claim to belong to Hamas. So Hamas and Hezbollah, they're the ones which are engaging with Israel Defense Forces every single day. But last week, I think on Thursday, Wednesday, Yemen Houthi groups also entered this conflict. And there are many other groups also which are planning to enter. That's why US is seeing this to be expanding, and they are sending even more nuclear submarine. So Yemen Houthi group, which controls Yemen, they have begun attacking Israel also. And this Houthi group is very much in charge of Yemen. So they're running the government there. So they have so many weapons also. So we can say that Yemen has joined. Yemen has joined this conflict. So it is expanding, it's escalating. So Turkey also, they are angered by the Israel bombarding of Gaza, especially civilian. And the Turkey president, Erdogan, warned Israel that this attacking of civilians should be stopped. So there's a very huge Turkey demonstration last week where the Turkey president gave a very serious warning to Israel and even the West. Now, Turkey is very significant because Turkey is a member of NATO. And then Turkey has the second biggest NATO force after US. And then Turkey is able to access nuclear weapons from Pakistan. So Turkey is a very serious country that can't be avoided. It can't be ignored. So they made their statement last week, the Turkey president. And I think this shows that the tension is building up. And neighboring countries like Turkey are getting angered. So this thing is getting out of hand. And so far, UN has not even issued any resolution for ceasefire. And even Iran also. Even Iran, they have also given warning to Israel. Now, many analysts are saying that Iran is the one that Israel and the US are blaming for arming both Hamas and Hezbollah. So Iran is very serious. Iran is a regional power in that area. And Iran is a superpower in terms of developing those drones. The weapons supplying Russia with drones. So Iran is not to be ignored. So Iran and Turkey, among other countries, they are very much angered. So we'll watch the latest development, how Iran and Turkey will respond. Because so far, there's more tension building up than what the media is covering. The media is just covering Gaza every day, but there's more tension building up among these regional countries like Turkey and Iran, and even Iraq, and even Syria. Because most of the US bases, military bases in Syria and Iraq, have been bombarded about 23 times. The US bases there have been bombarded 23 times by groups from Syria and even Iraq. So there's much more happening. That's how you can see US is sending a nuclear submarine and even more military. So the matter is getting out of hand, and we hope that UN can become more bold and more proactive to bring about ceasefire and to end this conflict. Because if Iran, for example, enters seriously, and even Turkey, it will be a third world war. It will be more serious. So US is supporting Israel, obvious, and currently, like I said last time, US has stopped any resolution by UN for ceasefire because US says that Israel has a right to defend itself. But we have seen of late, US is getting more concerned by the Israeli bombardment, especially of civilians. And US has sent their Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, to try and talk to Israel. But many people are seeing this Blinken visit as more of just PR and time wasting. Because even among the Israel government minister, one of the ministers said that dropping nuclear weapon in Gaza is an option. Of course, that minister was suspended. Netanyahu suspended him, that Israeli minister. But that shows that the mindset of some people. Of course, even some US senators like Lindsey Graham have been talking very serious words about wiping out some of these neighboring Arab countries. So there's been so much rhetoric. So things are getting out of hand, and most of these politicians, they are getting very emotional and they're making very reckless remarks. Like that is the Israeli minister. Imagine he said that dropping a nuclear bomb in Gaza is an option. That was very dangerous. Unfortunately, Netanyahu suspended that minister. He's a minister for heritage. So there's so much happening right now. There's so much escalation. And we don't know what will happen next. For us, we just hope for a ceasefire and the end of these hostilities. But it seems like it's not ending. It's even getting worse. Because sending that nuclear submarine there shows that there may be a nuclear conflict. So what normally happens, like even the Second World War, there was just a small mishap that brought about the war. But all along, Hitler was building up the ammunition. There was a lot of armament going on among Hitler and even those Axis powers. Even right now, you see there's a build-up in the Middle East by US, UK, even China. It will just take a small mishap, what we call a red flag, and we'll have war. So something should be done to bring about sanity in that region, because so far it looks very hot. So that's my video for today, and let me see your comment in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you very much.